What's going on, guys? Danny with Gear Candy, and it's not every day that I'm this excited about a piece of technology. I live in a 4-story patio home, I guess they call it, and we have always had Wi-Fi dead spots in this house. 4th floor is just about maybe 15%. 3rd floor is where my router is at. That's, damn near 100%. 2nd floor, maybe another 50%. And by the time you get to the 1st floor, it's almost nothing. So I've tried different solutions. The only thing I haven't tried is mesh network solutions like the Google Wi-Fi. When a big company like Google puts out a product like this, I have very high expectations. Google's not a small company. I'm sure their research and development team put a lot of work into this. They wouldn't put their name on a product if it wasn't a stand-up product. The fact that they came out with their own Wi-Fi has me very excited because, like I said, I've been dealing with dead spots all over this house for a while now, and I'm very excited to get hopefully 100% or close to 100% signal on all 4 floors. All right, so let's take a look at the box real quick. First, we've got, of course, the Google branding. Home Wi-Fi System by Google. So you can buy this in multiple configurations. They've got the single Wi-Fi point. This is the 3. So if you wanted 2, you'd have to buy 2 of the singles. I went with the 3. Obviously, I've got 4 floors. I may actually add a 4th one to this if I see that there's not a strong enough signal on each floor. So it's AC 1200 routers. This is interesting that it's AC 1200. I believe my main router is AC 1900, maybe even higher than that. So it'll be interesting to see what 3 1200 routers does in a house with these type of issues. Home Wi-Fi simply solved. Enjoy fast signal in every room on every device. And here you've got a kind of a demonstration of the mesh network. Basically, they act as repeaters, repeat the signal back and forth to each other, and you should be able to go from one to the other without any loss of connectivity. All right, so that's enough of me talking about this thing. Let's go ahead and open it up. All right, box in a box. All right, there's a little tab here. Wow, look at that. So that's another thing that Google put thought into, is the design of each access point. Normally these routers look like crazy, Game of Thrones crowns or something. This is very pleasing to the eye, especially for the wife. Pretty much will go with anything in your house. It has a nice modern look to it. I'm really, really liking that. All right, so let's take all of these out. Got a little port here. Let's see what we got inside. Lift this up. Looks like a power adapter. Power adapter, pretty beefy power adapter actually. Another power adapter and an Ethernet cable. And last but not least, another power adapter. All right, guys, so I think Google's trying to keep this real simple. We've got pretty much everything you see here is what comes in the box. 3 access points, 3 power adapters, and 1 Ethernet cable. So this tells me only one of these needs to be connected to your actual router or any Ethernet jack in your house as long as it's hot. And you should be able to talk to the other ones through the one that's connected. So in order to keep this real simple, all it says in the box is to download the Google Wi-Fi app. We're about to do that right now and set these things up. All right, guys, so I put an access point on my 1st, 2nd, and 3rd floor. So right now I'm currently on the 4th floor, so I'm interested to see what kind of connectivity I get from here to the 3rd. The 3rd floor access point is the one that I connected to the internet through that, I believe it's labeled green internet port on the bottom of the access point. So now we have to use the Google Wi-Fi app to continue to set up, so let's do that right now. All right, so let's fire up the Google Wi-Fi app. You can get this from the Play Store. There we go, get started. Find Google Wi-Fi, location access has to be enabled. Yes, we'll enable that. All right, so I found all 3 modems. Now I have to match the ID with the modem that's actually connected to the internet. So let me go check that real quick. All right, so it looks like mine's is BCA60. So we'll check that, hit next. Point the camera at the QR code on the base of your Wi-Fi point. The code will be used to set up your point. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'll be back. All right, so I just scanned the QR code on the back of the Wi-Fi router, and it's doing its thing, connecting to Wi-Fi. Where is your Wi-Fi point? Master, creating your Wi-Fi network. All right, so now it's asking how many more Wi-Fi points I have, and it's automatically detected that I have 2, so I'll leave it as 2. Next. Activating mesh network. Ooh, this is exciting. Next, plug in Wi-Fi point. Once you find a good spot, plug in the provided power adapter. Did that already. Where is your Wi-Fi point? Looking for your device. Grab the Wi-Fi point you're currently setting up. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna have to identify it again and scan the QR code again. So let me just go do that real quick. All right, guys, I'm back. So what ended up happening was I had access point, the connected access point on the 3rd floor. 2nd floor access point checked out fine. 1st floor access point was too far away from the 3rd floor. So what I had to do was flip-flop the 3rd with the 2nd floor and then rerun the test again. And now all access points are equidistant and are coming up fine on the app. So we're gonna go ahead and hit next after confirming all the Wi-Fi settings and passwords and all that. Installing latest software. All right, so it's done. It didn't quite take 5-6 minutes the way the app was saying. Google Wi-Fi is ready. Now let's explore all the nifty things Google Wi-Fi can do. Explore, network check, test internet speed, testing download speed. All right, so the test is done. Your internet speed is blazing fast. So getting 187 meg down, 27 meg up. So to put that into perspective, I normally get 250 meg down, 30 meg up. So on the download speed is not quite there, but from what I understand, I don't think it can do above 200. So this is actually pretty good. So let's do test mesh. So now it's testing the throughput between the Wi-Fi access points. All right, so it says it's good. Everything looks good and your connection is strong. Let's do a test Wi-Fi. Testing Wi-Fi to this location. Good, the device has strong Wi-Fi at this location. So it looks like there's a few other things you can do here. Let's check out family Wi-Fi. Say goodbye to online distractions, pause the internet during dinner. Oh, that's cool. So you can actually control at what times the internet is available, let's say for your kids or even your wife. Looks like you can prioritize traffic to a specific device. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, so let's do one more test here. This is the speed test app. This is the one I use pretty much whenever I'm troubleshooting any Wi-Fi or speed in general to my phone. So I've got the app opened right here. Let's go ahead and start it and see what we get. All right, so 117 down, 30 meg up. Not bad, but considering that I'm paying for 250 down, 30 meg up, that's a little disappointing. That's like 50% of what I should be getting. Now, that's a lot more than I ever got on this floor or the 1st floor. So on the 4th and 1st floor, those are the worst floors in terms of connectivity. Up here, I'd probably get like 20, maybe 30. So 117 down is still a huge amount of bandwidth considering what I was used to before. All right, guys, so let's get down to the pros and cons for this Wi-Fi setup here. So let's start out with the pros. The pros are you get I'm getting 117, 120 megasecond throughout my entire house. So 1st through 4th floor, I'm getting connectivity in every single room. I'm pretty much getting uniform connectivity across the board. I've never had that before. I currently have a router on the 3rd floor, a router on the 2nd floor, and that's how I try to, balance, where I'm connecting where to get the most optimal signal. And that brings us to the cons. You're not going to get above 180 megasecond or so through the testing that I've done with this, with standing right next to an access point. I wasn't able to get more than 130 megasecond. And I believe I read somewhere that you don't want to have an internet connection that's above 200 megasecond because you're really not going to take advantage of all that speed. Now, with that being said, do I recommend the Google Wi-Fi? I myself am pretty impressed with the coverage throughout the whole house. That's something that I've been looking for a long time now. So I am actually going to be keeping this setup. I think it works really well for multi-level homes like the one I live in. Just having one network across my whole house, not having to worry about multiple networks, is something I've been looking for a long time. So I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing so far. Now, if you're paying for 250 megasecond like I am and you absolutely need that speed, then this isn't for you. You're gonna be throttled somewhat, and it's basically, it comes down to the radios that they're using. The AC 1200, as soon as I read that on the box, I knew that there may be an issue there, but I'm sure there'll be newer iterations of this platform with higher bandwidth radios going forward, so perhaps next year's product will be better for you if you absolutely need that maximum bandwidth. So that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed the content, and don't forget to subscribe.